Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and wrap up lesson 3, energy pyramids. Food chains and food webs show how energy moves in an ecosystem. We're going to go ahead and highlight that. We know that that is a series of feeding relationships where energy is transferred from one organism to the next. They do not show how the amount of energy in an ecosystem changes, though. So we're going to go ahead and highlight that. They do not show how the amount of energy in an ecosystem changes, though. An energy pyramid is a model that scientists use to show the amount of energy available at each step in a food chain. The steps of an energy pyramid are called trophic levels. Look at the energy pyramid below. Producers, such as plants, make up the bottom level. So we're going to go ahead and change that to green. Producers, such as plants, make up the bottom trophic level. All right, so let's come down here, and that is this right here. Okay, so that is going to be our producers. And those are the ones that are getting the energy from the sun through the process of photosynthesis. Let's go ahead and start that over, Photosynthesis. They are making their own food. So the 100% of the available energy is there at the trophic level. Consumers, such as rabbits that eat producers, make up the next level. So let's go ahead and change that color. Consumers, such as squirrels that eat producers, make up the next level. All right, so let's come down here. So that's going to be this next level. And what they're going to do is they are going to feed directly. So the energy from the producers are transferred to the trophic level 2 when those squirrels eat those nuts and berries. Okay, so that is going to be like our herbivores. Okay. Or that could also be omnivores. Consumers such as hawk that eat other consumers make up the highest level. So this is going to be the highest up on our food chain, is going to be like more of our carnivores. So our trophic level here is going to be more of our carnivores. Okay. Notice that as you move to a higher level, there is less energy available for consumers. Why? As you read earlier, organisms use some of the energy they get from food for life processes. During life processes, some energy is changed to thermal energy. The thermal energy is then transferred to the environment. Okay. So this over here, this math skills, actually is a really good depiction on what is happening here. The first trophic level, producers, obtain energy from the sun. They use 90% of the energy for their own life processes. So for their growth, their reproduction, they're going to use 90% and store 10%. Only 10% of the energy remains for the second trophic level, herbivores. Only 10% of the energy. Assume that each trophic level uses 90% of the energy it receives. Use the following steps to calculate how much energy remains for the next trophic level. So if the first trophic level has 100 units, so this is going to be our producers. Okay. If they have 100 units, okay, of energy, they're going to use 90% of those, and they're going to store only 10. So the first trophic level uses 90% or 90 units. Energy remaining for the second trophic level is only 10. So then here comes the second trophic level. Uses, and they're going to, of that 10 units, they're going to use 90% of that, or they're going to use 9 of those units, leaving only 1 unit available for your trophic level 3. So we can kind of write that out. That's really important to know because this is going to go into our chapter 9 a little bit, where we talk about how many organisms can an ecosystem support. So let's say that we have 100 kilocalories available here at the producer level. Of those 100 kilocalories, the plants are going to use 90 of them. And so they are going to store 10. So they're going to have 10 kilocalories available for these squirrels. So when the squirrels eat the producers, the leaves, the berries, the grass, they're getting 10% of what was available there in the first place. So they're going to have 10 calories, and they're going to use 9 of them for their own use. And they are going to store 1. So when this hawk comes along and eats these squirrels, it's going to get only 1% of the available energy at the producer level. That will go on into our next chapter. But understand, right now what you need to understand is that they are organized by trophic level and that only 10% is available for the next level, because that first level, that level, is using 90% of it for its own use, for its own reproduction and growth. And remember, some of that also is going to be thermal energy going out into the environment. So it's only going to have 10% available for the next level. All right, so if we look down here, we see that we are done. And here are the vocabulary words that you have for lesson 3. All right, so if we look at our outline notes, you only have a few here that you need to do right here, okay? And we will go over these in just a moment. So, hope this helps.